Just waiting a minute or two to see if anybody will jump on. I'm about 2 seconds, but I wanted to get this out of the way really quick, and I don't have all day. Good morning. Good morning, and welcome to the Ugly Girls Club. Greetings, greetings. How is y'all's weekend starting? I hope it is spectacular. Spectacular this weekend. Who's that? Purdy. Hey, Purdy. Welcome. Have all of you joined the Ugly Girls Club yet? If you have not joined, you need to, because I'm going to start doing broadcasts specifically for the club, for club members. So you need to do that. You need to do that. You're going to join today? That's spectacular. Please do, please do, please do. Hello, Sasha. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I'm here in the parking lot of the 24-hour fitness. I'm about to go in there and show my tail a little bit. Do a couple of squats. Get this thing out the way. Greetings, Araya. Have you joined the Ugly Girls Club yet, Araya? All of you, please join the Ugly Girls Club if you are embracing this philosophy. If you have embraced it or you're working towards embracing it, please plug in. Plug into it so you can absorb it. Because this is something you have to absorb. This is not a set it and forget it. It's something you have to, excuse me, embody. I host and chat. Hi, host and chat. Is it a fee to join? No, there's no fee to join yet. You know, the club is free to join. And there's going to be content that I'll be doing there specifically for you girls. Certain things you'll have to pay for, and certain things will be free. But YouTube is not something I can control, and they're flagging videos, and then you have trolls and all that kind of stuff here. So, um, what I want to do, I want to have a platform where I have more control to say what it is that I want to say in peace. How do you join? What is the philosophy? I've been MIA for a while. Oh, Lord. Go to the website, theuglygirlsclub.com. You can see the About section of this channel. It'll tell you a little bit about it also. The tagline is that we will not be judged by the way we look. We won't be quantified and judged and rated or seen as valuable or unvaluable based on the way we look. That's the philosophy here. We don't play that vanity game here. We understand that vanity is a game, and we use it as such. We're not slaves to it, and that's pretty much what it is. We're not slaves to it. We don't play the game because attractiveness is it's subjective. It's based on who's having a bad day today, whether they see you as attractive or not, based on what their goal is, whether they see you as valuable or not. So it fluctuates. So we don't look outside of ourselves to be quantified, as most women do, whether they're pretty or not pretty. Most women look outside of themselves for validation. We don't promote that here. And that's what it is. Today, someone sent me a post, a screenshot of a post And the guy, she was having an exchange with this guy on Facebook, and they were talking about, he was making a joke about women should wash their mouths out with salt water before giving oral stimulation to men, to men. And she said, well, condoms would help with that if, if you're talking about exchanging something, or you worried about something, getting on your little wee wee there. And he said his remark was, only prostitutes give head with condoms on. Only prostitutes. So, she went back and forth with him, and trying to make sense of what that comment that he made. And it was interesting because, as I've told you ladies on this channel before, there is no such thing as safe sex. I told you that many times before, and I'll tell you again, there is no such thing as safe sex. The comment that he made is indicative of the mentality of most men that you will meet. Most men that you meet will have sex with you raw. Most men that you meet, if you say, no, I don't want to use a condom, he won't insist that he should. How many men will insist that they should? How many? And the fact that he said that only a prostitute would actually go down on her knees and put a penis in his mouth with a condom on means that he's accustomed getting head raw. And guess what? If he's accustomed getting head raw, he's accustomed giving head raw too. Right? That's what this thing is. Most of the time, condoms only come into play when we're trying to not get pregnant. That's really the main issue of a condom. It's not for safety purposes. Because most people that you meet are not wearing it all the time. Most women that you meet are not insisting that he wear it all the time. And if he does wear it, like the dude said, only prostitutes suck a dick with a condom on. So the rest of y'all that trying to play for the home team, you down there with slobbing it all raw. Slobbing it all raw. So what does this mean? This means that anybody that you're laying down with should be somebody that you've checked out physically. You both have paperwork. You understand that he is disease free, as are you. And you're willing to take a shot because everything is in black and white. You're not speculating on anything because you're going to be exchanging body fluids. I don't care if he wears a condom or not. You're going to be exchanging body fluids. It's a bond that you're creating when you're making love to a man. And the irony of it all is that these same men are the ones that some of y'all who are saving yourselves for the right one, right? These are the guys that you call on to lick your little flowers once or twice a month, and pretend like you're celibate. You pretend like you're celibate because he's only licking your flower petals 2 or 3 times a month, and you're not letting him penetrate you. So you can pretend this celibacy mode for the real dude that you want. For the real dude that you want. A lot of y'all do that. There's a lot of women out here do that. Just have men come over and eat them out. Because they don't they don't want to go all the way with it. There's that. So he's eating women raw. Community tongues. You just eating women raw, servicing women because he gets off on it, you get off on it. You ain't really going there. You can keep your virtue. You keep your honor intact, supposedly. And everything's all good. Everything's all good. Who's doing it, Real Monkey? A whole lot of women. A whole lot of women and a whole lot of men are doing a whole lot of things. Yes. So there is no such thing as safe sex. You are risking your lives every time you lay down with somebody. You're risking pregnancy, you're risking disease, you're risking mental instability, financial loss, all of that, every time you lay down with somebody. Men don't see it the same way. And unfortunately, we're starting to process it the way that men see it, which is really, really bad. Really, really unfortunate, because we are the gatekeepers. We are the ones that temper the society. We are the ones that decide whether your genes should continue on. And if you have the mentality the same as the man, which is, oh, sex doesn't matter, and you're sleeping and procreating and all that stuff, you're bringing babies, more unwanted babies, more babies with physical deformities and mental issues and stuff, because you don't want them, because they would conceive crazy. There's always some. And that's so that's what that is. Huh? You're currently dealing with that now? You're dealing with what now, Real Monkey? What are you currently dealing with? You're risking toxic soul ties too. Well, that's what I'm talking about. The soul tie is it's a real thing. It's a real thing. So you have to protect yourself. You have to look at sex as something that will affect your whole life. Not just for the 30 minutes, the 5 minutes, the 2 hours that you're doing it for. Like, it will affect your whole life. And you know what the irony is? I'm going to tell you the truth. And this is the black pill. If you've had more than, let's say, 4 partners, if you're a woman that's had more than 4 or 5 partners, it doesn't seem like a big deal to you after that point, because you're already sort of disconnected. You're already sort of in limbo spiritually. You're already sort of dead, walking dead. So it doesn't really, you don't feel its effects, because you've been brokenhearted so much. You've been a receptacle for all sorts of foreign DNA that, it's just, you're numb. After a while, you become numb. So the things that I'm saying, you're like, well, so, because I don't feel nothing, it was good, whatever. I had a good time. We drank, we did, I don't know what, so, because this big deal, it's such a big deal, and it's such a big deal. You don't feel that because you're numb. Because you're numb. The average woman out here is. So it's about reconnecting your awareness, reconnecting yourself to your body, reconnecting your heart, your mind, your soul. You're plugging back into all of that, because most of us are walking dead. That's why it's not a big deal to you anymore. How could it not be a big deal? A man inside of you. Like, if you were scheduled for surgery and you were talking to a doctor who was going to perform surgery on you, you'll be sitting there wanting to know what his qualifications are. How many surgeries did he do? How many were successful? What were the complications? Like, you want to know what qualifies him to open you up. You would want to know what qualifies a surgeon to open you up before he starts opening you up and taking things out and moving things around. You want to know what the probability of success, like, what are you coming with? So you question him from A to Z. You get a second and third opinion, all kinds of research and all this that you do if a surgeon was supposed to schedule to open you up. What do you think intercourse is? It's an opening. It's surgery on you too. He's inside of you just like a surgeon. It's no different. It's no different. And all that qualifies him to dig in your ass is a drink. Is a drink and some good conversations. Oh, we had a connection. because we were so connected to each other. It was such a connection. He just gets me. No research. No time spent finding out what the qualifications are. No, nothing. And you let him do surgery on you. You let him do surgery on you. We have to get smarter. We have to get smarter about this, ladies. Ugly girls see things differently. We see things differently. Everything is a big deal. Everything is life and death. Everything. After 3 dates of him paying me to take the day off work, this 50-year-old said I was sexually too slow. I thought everything was going well. Sexually too slow? Well, that's a new one. How did you respond to that? Ami, how did you respond to that? He said you were sexually too slow. He's 50, and how old are you? Are you a sugar mama? Was that supposed to be a sugar mama, sugar daddy hookup? Interesting. Well, he tried to shame you into opening your legs. That's obvious. You know, because that wasn't a compliment that he told you. That wasn't a compliment. You should have asked him, like, now, Zaddy, are you trying to shame me into having sex with you? Is that what's going on here? Is this a shame tactic? Because I like you so much. You don't have to do that. You don't have to make me feel bad about myself because I'm not ready to have sex with you yet. That's what you tell him. That's totally unnecessary. I'm enjoying your company. I'm connecting with you. I find you fascinating. That's what you say. $200 per date, and that's basic stuff. If you go into a quality restaurant, if he's not taking you to Subways, then you see, your problem is you made the $200 date a big deal. That's probably what you did. Oh, I've never been to such an expensive place before. You can't act like a $200 plate is something you never had, because then they play that on you. Then they do that reverse psychology on you, like chick, I already gave you what no other dude gave you. So ante up. What do I tell you, ladies, on this channel? If you are an ugly girl, what is one of what would we call this thing? A decree, a maxim, a law, an ugly girl law? Yeah, maybe it's the ugly girl law. One of the ugly girl laws is to always maintain a disposition of relaxation. If you're anxious, too chatty, too excited, you send a message that you're new to this, that you're not accustomed to this, that you're unsure of yourself, that you're even intimidated by the fact that he's spending on you. All of these things create an air around you of self-doubt, of doubt. Because if he hints around, if he gets a hint that you ain't from nothing, you ain't been nowhere, you ain't about nothing, and you real impressed with this little $200 that he spent, then he could turn around and tell you, you kind of slow with you kind of slow with giving up the booty. You kind of slow with it. He ain't gonna tell every woman that. You think he's telling every girl that? No, he's telling an anxious girl that. He's telling a girl that was so like ooh and ah and ooh and ah. He'll tell her that. Because he's trying to intimidate you. The $200 was to take each day off work. Oh, so he paid you. So he paid your day's salary to go out with him? Okay, that was his choice. So what did when he offered to do that, what was your response to that? Because it's the same thing. If you went, really? You'll do that? If you did that, then you played yourself. Then you played yourself. I'm too exclusive. I'll drive a man insane trying to capture me. You're too exclusive? When you say you're too exclusive, what do you mean? You're untouchable, you only date certain types, you're hard to please. I'll drive a man insane trying to capture me. As long as he's having fun trying to capture you, if he's turned off trying to capture you, then you're not being effective. It's got to be fun to chase you. If it's not fun, some of y'all want dudes to chase you, but it's no, no fun chasing you. Hard to get. Oh, okay, okay. Just make it fun. Just be interesting enough for the chase. I talk to women all the time. You know, if he wants me, he's going to talk to me. He's just going to come up and talk to me if he wants me. If he wants all of this, you know, I don't have to start the conversation. I don't have to be interesting. I don't have to do anything. You know, he's just going to come up to me and say something and all. That's not how this thing works. Ugly girl. That ain't how this thing works. You have to be captivating. You have to be an actress. You can't be, oh, it's all on him to entertain you. And then what's going to be the incentive of the chase if you don't know how to entertain during the chase? So, cause what's your outlook on the incels group, aka beta groups? I don't have an outlook on them. I don't even know what the the beta group. What are the beta groups? I don't even know what they are. Beta men. What's my outlook on beta men? My outlook is that most men are betas. I don't see anything particularly wrong with a beta male. There's very few alphas. Like very, very few. Alpha males are very small in number. And they have a lot to choose from. And they can choose from the best of the best. So the average woman is not going to realistically get an alpha male. Nor is it a cakewalk. Alpha males don't make good husbands. They don't make good boyfriends. They don't make good friends. They're pretty much about themselves. They're in love with themselves. No, nobody else. So as far as that's concerned, I really don't. You know, the alpha beta argument. I don't get it. I don't get it. Most men are betas, and betas are just as good. Betas are just as good if we want to put a label on it. That's what you're gonna end up with. Someone who's a bum is just a bum, but there's nothing wrong with a beta. I don't get into all of that. To me, it's nonsense. It makes no logical sense to me. Hey, Nine Elite. Hey, Black Pearl. Involuntarily celibate. They blame women for not getting laid. Oh, okay. So you have men. There's a group. There's a group for this. There's a group of men who are celibate because they can't get laid by women. They hate women. Oh, well, God bless them. God bless them. That's what I have to say to that. God bless them. There must be some. They kill them, huh? They kill them. What does that mean? What does that mean? So, because I think my issue at the moment, I've been meeting guys, going on dates, but most of them fall off after the first date. I don't think I'm interesting enough. I work and I like to paint. Well, girl, can you tell a joke? Do you can you hold a conversation outside of your work related stuff? Like, what are you interested in anything else? You got to be interesting. You got to learn to act. Listen, I have so many faces. People call me bipolar. They call me crazy because I can switch on and off at a moment's note, like on a dime, like curve, like go from Mother Teresa to to a witch in a minute, in a New York minute at that. So it's whatever it's called for, and what makes you interesting is not being afraid to look bad. Most women are not interesting because we're so afraid of appearing a certain way. You want to be, you want to look like you've leveled up for these men, right? So that means you cross your legs. That means you don't curse. That means you talk softly. That means you say all the right things. You have manners. You know your salad fork from your dinner fork, and all of that stuff. And you wind up at the end of the day being not so memorable. Like when he walks his car, it's like, oh, I spent $100 for that yawn. Don't be afraid to say something off. I think that'd be your first step in becoming interesting. Don't be so afraid to say something off or say something that makes you look like a fool even. Like, whoa, this chick, whoa, you said that, whoa, she's crazy. Like, I'm called crazy all the time. And it's okay. It's okay. Because I'm not crazy all of the time. There's a containment of the craziness. I can contain it. I can bring it out and put her to bed. Like, here's some milk, Rebecca. Go to sleep now. It's time to get sane again. You gotta be able to do that. You gotta be able to do that. Otherwise, you're not gonna hold anyone's attention. Especially us average girls. Us ugly girls, we gotta be colorful. We have to be colorful. Same here, Selkis. I wasn't always this way. Selkis, I would like to continue getting paid to take the day off. I would appreciate some advice on how to reel him in. I walk with an air of mystery to pull you in. Then I determine by your energy which version of me to be. All right, go ahead, Sasha. Amy, that conversation, I would need to know more about what it is you're doing, what your conversation is like, how you're dressing, like the whole shebang, in order to advise you on what to do. What was the circumstances around you meeting? Were there any promises that were made? Because if I'm talking to somebody and he offers to pay me to take the day off of work, I'm assuming he thought there was some sort of exchange there and an understanding for an understanding there. Maybe you gave him that impression and that was going to take place. When you're dealing with situations like that and somebody's putting money on the table, you have to sort of let them know, listen, the compensation package that I'm offering you is to just be in your presence. I'm just, the $200 that you're spending is nothing compared to the hour of total life that I'm giving you across this table. And if you are not giving him total life for the $200, then he's like, bitch, open your legs. Open your legs, bitch. That's what it's going to be. I don't know what your conversations are when he's letting you take a whole day off work. I assume he's with you for a whole day. If he's paying you for a day's work, I assume he's with you for a whole day, right? What is it that you're doing for the whole day? What are you doing for the whole day, Amy? Are you twirling your hair? Are you twirling your hair for the whole day? You flicking your hair? You flick your hair. If you can't hold somebody's attention for the whole day, you shouldn't you shouldn't have accepted the offer to skate off work for a whole day. And you did it 3 times too? 3 times too? That's not impressive. Now if he gave you $200 stipend to go to dinner, that means you get your day's pay. You don't lose, nothing there. Plus you gain. It's like a surplus. That's not impressive. Like you lost a day's pay, but he made it back up. So it's like nothing there. I'm talking about the surplus. Like, dude, I'm not missing work for you, but you can pay me the day's pay to go out to dinner with you. How about that? Now that would be a little more impressive. Just a little bit, because that's $200 in your pocket. That's $200 to splurge on. Thank you for the donation. Selkis, you are hilarious. I try. Lord knows I try. I try to be fascinating. I'm funny and all that. I can hold a conversation on different topics. I have hobbies and goals. I guess I got to work on my split personality, switch it up. Yes, 90 Lead. You have to be like Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde. Yes, you have to be an actress. Don't be yourself. People want fantasy. This is what men pay transvestites for, and all these chicks with dicks running around here. They're paying for the fantasy. You don't even have to be a real woman now. You just have to act like one. Pretend to be. People that are pretending to be something are getting well compensated out here. Any guy that you talk to is wanting a fantasy. And as soon as the fantasy is over and you start talking about bills and what you frustrated with and, all of that, then they get ghosts. Then the phone stops ringing. Emmy, thank you. Meet up for dinner. I have a whole day to myself. Okay. All right. Do your thing, but you gotta hold the interest. You gotta create a fantasy. You can't be yourself. You can't be yourself. Being yourself is boring. It's boring. You be yourself for your mother. Be yourself for your mother. People want to be entertained. You don't understand that? So I have to be a mental. I can't go back there. I wouldn't say you have to be crazy. I wouldn't say you have to be crazy. I think you just have to get out of your comfort zone. Because if you're trying to maintain a comfortable space, then I would like for you to assume that you're going to project boredom, fear, and self-doubt if you're trying to maintain a comfort space. Get out of your comfort zone. Get out of your comfort zone. You got to see how people handle shocking things that you may say. You got to see how it's handled if you say something that they're opposed to. These things make for interesting interactions. Not you're right. Really? Wow. Yeah, I agree. I agree. I so agree. You're so smart. That's not going to make for a memorable thing. Men's penises get harder when you give them a hard time, when you're a little bit aggressive, when you're a little non-compliant, when you're a little adversarial, just a little bit. They get turned on by that. Once the fantasy fades, that's the true test of a man still wanting you after you've destroyed the illusion. Well, at some point, it's inevitable. It is inevitable, but we don't rush it. We don't rush it, and hopefully, you can adopt an attitude of switch up, change up. I mean, you're going to want to be able to do that. So if he sees that ugly side to you, that not so lustrous side to you, you can counteract that and counterbalance that with the, a little insanity here and there, a little bit off coloredness, a little bit off the script kind of thing. Because the moment anyone gets comfortable, they start taking you for granted. This is human nature. This is human nature. And when you see that, you got to be able to say, wait a minute, let me yank your chain. You got to yank the chain back. You can't see the train coming to hit you and go, well, there's nothing I could do about it. I'll just let the train hit me. There's nothing I could do about it. You don't do that. You don't do that. You get out the way and jump on top of the train and ride that sucker. That's what you're supposed to do. You don't go, well, I'm just gonna let the train hit me, cause I don't have any control over it. He already knows me. Really? He should never already know everything about you. No man should ever know everything about you. Don't I always say that? I've said this for years. You got to keep some things to yourself. You have to keep the mystery. You have to. Don't be an open book either. Well, that's what we're talking about. That's what we're talking about. It should be years and he's still discovering stuff about, like, damn, you do that? Damn, I never knew you thought like that. Well, damn, well, when did this happen? If he ain't saying that years in, then you done laid it out on the line, and you don't have any depth to yourself. You need depth to yourself. Depth. Basically, can't keep up the charade forever. No, we're not talking about keeping up a charade. We're talking about actually developing a full and total personality, like the real you. The reason why a lot of you are boring is because you try to hide your shadow side. You try to hide the parts of you that you feel sort of ashamed of to portray this good girl image, and the good girl image is quite boring and predictable. If you really embraced your total self, you would never be a bore. You could never be a bore. Why do you think hoes aren't boring? Why do you think hoes are so exciting? Because they don't care what you think. They don't care what you think. They don't. The good girls are boring because you're in such tight control of the image. You got tight reins on the image that you miss being human. You miss being human. You miss being a full person. A full person. You got to do that. Amen. I'll never be a bore. No, you don't have to be. It's easy, man. You've been doing shadow work lately, Real Monkey? Wonderful. Thank you, Ami. Think he wanted more kisses at the end of the date? Well, if you're not ready to kiss, you can snuggle. You can do a hug. You can do, a cheek kiss or something like that. You can hold his hand. You have to learn how to use energy. It doesn't always have to be this direct contact thing. Energy. Like if you hold somebody and you really want to sync with them energetically, that could be satisfying in itself. Like, not a pretentious hold, not like, I don't really want to touch you, that kind of thing. Like, you embrace somebody. Like you would if you saw somebody that you hadn't seen in years that you love. Like a real embrace. Exchanges like that are worth something too. Exchanges like that are worth something too. I used to date a guy. Now we never did anything intimate. We never even kissed. I would be at his place. We would talk. He was an artist too, so I'd watch him paint and all that stuff. You know, that real artsy shit. Talk about art, talk about life. He was a hoe, so I wasn't doing anything with him, but I was fascinated with him because he was extremely smart, right? And had this sexual energy thing about him that I really, really liked. So he stimulated me on so many levels. But I'm like, that mouth, where that mouth been, I don't know. But I loved being around him. And we used to, the hugs that we used to have with each other. And I used to sleep over there. We used to be in the same bed, not do anything. And we would hold each other the entire night. When I tell you that was the best sleep that either of us ever had, either of us. He suffered from, he was an asthmatic, and I used to rub stuff on my neck, like essential oils and everything that help the lungs, that help you breathe, purposely, so that when we held each other, he would breathe better. All night we would hold each other, and that was the most satisfying time. Oh my God, with no sexual contact. You have to learn how to bring your body into the present. Stop thinking that it's got to be this cookie cutter thing out here. You have to be present with your body. When you hold his hand, visualize putting energy into his hand. Visualize putting love there. Anytime you touch him, it shouldn't be like, not a scornful touch. You're putting love wherever you touch. Wherever you touch. You kidding me? My pleasure, Ami. Thank you. That's a sacred woman, baby. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. I planned for that. Planned for that. And when I tell you the energy is real, the energy was real even to this day. I don't see him anymore, but that energy was off the chain. And it was real satisfying. Real satisfying. So it doesn't always have to be a sexual exchange. It doesn't always have to be that. An actual penis inside a vagina kind of exchange. You can exchange sexual energy with a stare, with a look. Do you know how to look at a man? Do you know how to look into his soul? Do you know how to look at him and make him blush? I'm talking about for real. Monkey show you? No, that's gonna be a private live. That ain't gonna be on here. Certain things are not gonna be on here. I'm just getting you wet. Getting you wet. Energy. I'm reading The Art of Seduction. That's a good book. That's a great book. Apply what you learned in there. Apply what you learned. You can't be scared. See, y'all know a lot of stuff. Y'all read a lot of stuff. Y'all listen to a lot of people. You hop around and all these, the YouTube celebrity circuit. You listen to everybody. You should do this. You should do that. You should do this, and you should do that. And you're scared to apply. You're scared to apply what you know. Some of you know enough to change things around right now, but you won't apply it. Why? Because you're holding on to this pretense. Like you're trying to control this image to a fault. I don't try to control no image. Not for nobody. It is what it is. Whatever you think is what you think. If you want to know, then you know. Then if I give you the opportunity to know what it really is that makes Selkis Selkis, then you'll be corrected. That's how I see things. I just assume people are gonna make a misjudgment. That's what I'm just naturally inclined to say. All right, I know you're gonna get it wrong. I know you're gonna get it wrong. I know. I don't fight with that. So don't fight with that. Why am I? Don't fight with that. Don't fight with assumptions. So deep, Miss Selkis, but absolute facts. Yes, my dear. How do you make a man blush? I'm talking about staring into his eyes. Using energy and staring into his eyes. Intensity. You make a man blush when you're intense. You can't be all... Some of y'all are like this. Think you're gonna attract someone with that attitude. You're cynical. You know, you're standoffish, and you think you're attracting energy that way. No, you're not. No, you're not. You have to be intense. Like when he's talking, you look into his eyes. You don't look away. Some of y'all, when a man talks to you, you're looking down, you're looking to the left, you're looking to the right, you're looking in the sky, you're looking at his collar. You look at everywhere else but at him. You got to look directly at him, and not in an intimidating way. I'm hanging on every word you say. You give a smile. You nod, not too much. Like I'm really, really into what it is you're saying. Man, it's subtleties. It's nuances and subtleties. But again, you can't be scared. You can't be scared. Men love that. Of course they do. Especially if you look at them and you're breathing. You can see you breathing a little bit deeper. Shit. It's like, oh, she ready. Woo! Somebody a little ready over here. Yeah, you gotta breathe deep. It's all in the breath, ladies. You want to become more present, you have to breathe. I said in, what was it, the previous video I did, or maybe 2 videos ago, my little slideshow video, which is absolutely divine. You guys got to check it out. And I talked about the breath. It's important for you to breathe. Some of you stop breathing or shallow breathe when you talk to men. You got to breathe deeply to become present, to channel and ground yourself. You want to be grounded when you talk to people. You have to do that with your breath. With your breath. No fast talking, no fast breathing. You take an in and out real slow. You talk to him and you're breathing slow. I want you to focus. When the next time you talk to a man, how is your breathing? I want you to pay attention to how you're breathing. Because in how you breathe, it's going to determine what you say, how you say it, and your sexual energy too. You breathe slow and deep, you're going to change the energy. You're going to change that energy. He's going to go, God damn, I'm getting hard over here. I don't even know why. Because she ain't even my type. She ain't my type, and this girl got me hard. Okay? No shallow breathing, deep. A little bit of smile. Not no big, wide 5-year-old smile. A little smile. Like he doesn't know if you're interested. You seem interested. He doesn't quite know. You look like you're thinking something. They can't tell what it is. All of that. All of that. That's what's going to give you the edge. That's what's going to give you the edge. I can't see my comments. Somebody say something. My comments are gone. Oh, man, I can't see my comments, y'all. Oh, there it is. I'm booking a session with you. Let's do it. Let's meet in the catacombs. Especially when you smell good. Oh, yes, you got to get your smell game up. Don't play. Listen, one of your arsenals as an ugly girl is scent. You must smell good, and it must be a signature scent. If you gotta mix stuff together and come up with your own thing, it's gotta be something that you don't buy it in the store. It's gotta be something you create yourself that is a signature scent for you. You must do that, because all of these little things are what separate you from the herd. They separate you from other women. That's what you want to be. You don't want to be predictable, cookie cutter in any way. In any way, shape, or form, you got to have a scent. You must have a scent. I used to mix oils when I was doing my product line some years ago. How long has it been now? Good Lord, I think it's been over 10 years or so. I used to have a product line where I mixed essential oils together and everything. So, I have skill in that. That might be something that I could offer you too. Maybe. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. But I studied aphrodisiacs and different scents for what they do. Y'all get up. What I will say is this: get up on neroli. Neroli is the essential oil is really expensive, but neroli is off the chain. Neroli is off the chain. You can mix it with vanilla. You can mix it with it's good. It mixes well with other citrusy scents if you like citrus, but not a lot of people are up on neroli. So that one's free. Go and find that and start mixing and playing with that. I'm telling you, off the chain. It's a clean scent, very clean scent, very clean scent. Now, what I could do is give you one of my personal recipes. I could give you one of, well, not give it, make it for you and send it to you for a fee. For a fee. But when I tell you it's off the chain, people be looking around like, who is that? Like that? Who just walked in here? Oh my God. That's the kind of scent you want to have. Like, you want people looking for you. Where is that scent coming from? Where is that scent coming from? So if y'all want me to make it for you, put your order in. Cause it ain't no joke. It ain't no joke. I don't play that stink stuff. You said you'll buy? Email me. Send me an email, info at the Ugly Girls Club, and we'll do the transaction there, and I'll get yours cooked up for you. So yeah, ladies, that's what we're talking about. Hi, suckers. Did you hear that song Beyonce made about dark-skinned girls? Oh, Lord. I knew somebody was going to ask me about that. Why does everyone see dark-skinned girls as charity cases? Hello? Hello? I mean, people ask me what I thought about it. I made a Facebook post about that already. This whole thing with some of y'all were crying, was so emotional that, Beyonce and her lovely charitable graciousness gave us a mention in a song, like that's supposed to change your life or something like that. I'm like, dude, there are people that sacrifice their livelihoods and their lives to educate you on facts about you being the first on this planet, the mother of civilization, creator of all races. And if that didn't turn you around, if that didn't give you no self-love, a Beyonce song is not going to do it. That's just, something nice for the moment. But we giving people, what can I say? I don't want to down. I love B. I love the sentiment of what she did. I'm not gonna say she shouldn't have. I think it's great. I think it's great. But if you're an adult woman boo-hooing and nose snotting over Beyonce giving you a mention in a song because you're dark skinned. Listen, if that's what you need to feel validated, my sentiment is I hope it lasts. I hope it lasts. I don't care who didn't R. Kelly make a song about dark skinned girls? What what does it mean at the end of the day? What does it mean at the end of the day? You know what it is? What I'm bothered by is that dark skinned women will feel like if it's coming from her, then it holds more weight because she's not afflicted with the ostracism, with the the classism and all that stuff, the berating and all that stuff that we go through. So by her saying it when she doesn't have to, somehow it legitimizes it. If I were to come out and say it, you'd call me an angry woman. You would say you're too preoccupied. You're bitter. You're bitter and you're too preoccupied with an illusions. It's not that you're dark skinned, it's that you're just ugly, Selkis. It's your features. It's not really that you're dark. If I were to say that, the only thing you would accept me saying is the hard luck story. The only thing you would co-sign on me talking about is the stories of how I got dissed. And he called me out my name in front of other people, and he called me a black bitch, and he didn't buy me lunch, and he wouldn't be my boyfriend, and I felt so rejected. That's what you would accept from me. That's what you would accept from me. Anything else outside of the hard luck story, it's just going to be me being angry and salty and bitter and lashing out for attention. This is what other dark-skinned girls would say about me. This is what people and other dark-skinned girls would say. And it'd just be whose story is more harder than whose. That's what it will become. That's what it will become. But I guess it's necessary. I'm not with the hype. There's people that came, better men that laid down the groundwork for you, gave you archaeological facts. Like facts. Tracing your genetics, digging up bones, all kind of dissertations and all kind of studies and exhaustive research to show you where you come from. But if a man doesn't think you're sexy, it doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. That's it at the end of the day. It doesn't matter. Listen, on this channel, we don't chase validation. We don't need Beyonce to say we our skin is beautiful or whatever it is. We're not supposed to need stuff like that. We're not supposed to need that. We're not supposed to need the I love my hair nonsense. I love my hair. My nappy hair is me and good and this. We're not supposed to need all of that. We need that because we don't feel good about those things. And we need positive reinforcement for the things that we're confused or not sure about. For the things that we need emotional support over. This is why we need those things. We're not supposed to, hair is not supposed to be a big deal. Your hair is not supposed to be a big deal. It's about as big deal as your pinky toe. You don't walk around talking about, I love my pinky toe. I love how my pinky toe curves. I love that the nail is not brown. I got pink nail beds and all that. Look at my pinky toe. You don't need a support group or forums or panel discussions about a pinky toe, but you need it for your hair because you're unsure of yourself. Because people are telling you that you're nothing. Constantly telling you that you're nothing. In the back of your head, you believe it. So you're looking for other people. Come on, y'all, help me feel good because I'm not sure. I'm not sure. I need help. So we look for the emotional support. But I get it. I get it. I was a part of it. Part of all these movements, and I get it. And there is a need for it. There is a need for it. But at some point, you have to graduate. You have to graduate from it. And say, you know what? You see this hair thing? Listen. My life is not centered around coils. My life, my whole existence is not quantified by how straight or how curly or how kinky my hair is. You gotta graduate from it. That's all it is. 2019, we need validation. We need validation. Didn't I tell you, ladies, don't make a big stink about this dark skin thing. Let them have it. How you neutralize that is by not saying a word. But it's hard for us to do. We don't get that concept. But if you think about, if someone calls you a monkey, you're ugly. They're looking for a challenge when they say stuff like that. Nobody's going to say that without expecting an exchange, a verbal exchange, some kind of aggressive back and forth. This is what people are banking on. This is what they're looking for. Because it means that you're affected by what they say. You validate them by reacting to it. You make them relevant by reacting to it. You ladies don't understand that? I love monkeys too. I love monkeys too. Monkeys are highly intelligent. One of the most intelligent animals on the planet is a monkey. It is what it is. So, one day we'll get it. One day we'll get it. But I tell my daughters, don't look to no song to encourage you, to make you feel special or better about yourself. It's nobody's job to do that. I tell my own daughters that. I say it's not even my job to reinforce positivity in you. You have to do that for yourself. For yourself. That ain't nobody else's responsibility. One day we'll get that. Monkeys can be cute. Yeah, they can. Yeah, they can. Listen, it's all perspective. It's all perspective. It is what it is. You know how many times I've been called monkey, horse face, chimp, all kind of stuff. Black. What they call me? Spooks and whatever. Like I need a T-shirt for every phrase so I can make a coin. I turn everything into a coin. That's what you do. Turn everything into an opportunity. It is what it is. You don't fight with everybody. Because people are going to think whatever they want. And it's only losers that want to hurt you. It's only a loser that would want to hurt you. That's the point. They feel inadequate. In order for them to feel secure, they got to bring you down. It's as simple as that. It's as simple as that. So that's what it is. That is what it is. So y'all, I have talked y'all's ears off for an hour. They're looking for pushback like Chris Brown was. God bless. God bless Chris Brown. Because you know what the real deal is on that? If he pushed up on a dark skinned girl now, she would go where and when. Where and when, Chris? And how much do you want? How do you want it? So there's that. We need a seduction video from the Salkis. Those would be private. Those would be private one-on-ones and private discussions. That won't be here on YouTube. Not at all. So if y'all don't have any more questions, you hope you ain't missed much. You missed a whole hour's worth. You missed a lot. You gotta do the replay. Ange, you gotta do the replay, Ange. Do I sound like a mob boss's wife? Hey, Ange, do the replay, Ange. I wanted to be a mob boss's wife. I had fantasies about that. But I know they have the thing for niggers. So I said, damn, I'm never gonna be a mob boss's wife. They don't like Negroes. Maybe if I said I was Sicilian, could I get away with being Sicilian? I'm from Sicily. Just a little dark. We're just a little more tan. We're just a little more tan. I wanted to be an Italian stallion. Yes, I did. Yes, I did. I will admit I did. Like I wanted a dude like Tony Soprano. I wanted to marry a dude like Tony Soprano. Just bravado, manly, do what the fuck I say, that kind of thing. That shit turns me on. That shit turns me on. What do you think of the leveling up movement? I think it's fantastic. I think it's needed. I think it's all needed. I don't have a course on leveling up here. I'm kind of unpolished. And that's just by choice, because I could easily, I could go there because I was there before, but that's not my journey. My journey is different. Is different. But I feel that for the things that you want, for the type of circles you want to play in, you got to do the leveling up thing. You gotta look like, you have to appear to be classy. You have to appear to be pretty much what you're not, what a lot of you aren't really at the end of the day. It's marketing. The leveling up is marketing. That's all it is. You have people teaching you how to market this way, market that way, but it's all just it is necessary. Leveling up is being an actress, like you said. Yes, it is. You're learning how to act for men who are also acting. How about that? You're learning how to act for men that act for you. Because a lot of these men are these so-called leveled up men are perverts and scum, and they're doing all kinds of diabolical stuff behind the suit and ties, and they snort cocaine, and they do all kind of stuff. All these leveled up, respectable, high identity people of society. That's what they do. They snort cocaine by high-priced prostitutes. You're not going to see them getting jacked off behind a dumpster somewhere. They're gonna get jacked off by women who use hand sanitizer. They're gonna get jacked off by women who use hand sanitizer and perfume and well suited and all that kind of stuff. So it's all marketing. We had the Ugly Girls Club are not impressed by all of that. We play games because we understand all of this is a tool, but we still are not gonna let anybody define us as low. You know, you're low born and you're high born and you're this and that. And at the end of the day, you have to shit and piss and eat and breathe air just like me. We're hard to impress. We're hard to impress. So yes, you gotta level up. You gotta play the role for men who are playing the role for you. That's what you do. Do you consider leveled up women who only want upper echelon men provided as gold diggers? No, because a how I define a gold digger is a woman who doesn't commit to anyone. A gold digger is strictly a woman who is in it for the money and opportunity, and she gets that money and the opportunity from wherever it comes from. She's not going to tie herself down and commit to anyone. A woman who wants someone resources, high resources and everything to provide for her within a relationship, is just someone looking out for her best interest and thinking long term with that person. So that's something different. If you're looking to marry an affluent man, you're not a gold digger. You're just a woman looking towards the future. You're a smart woman. You're not going to tie yourself down for love's sake. You're going to tie yourself down because it just makes sense. It's a difference. It's a difference because you're risking your life too. When you take yourself off the market, how much is that worth? Because that's worth something too. Because the 5 years and the 3 years and the 10 years that you play house with a nigga that don't want to marry you, guess what? You don't get that back. And anybody who was willing to marry you during the 5, 10, 3, whatever years that you were playing around with him, he's on to the next. That opportunity has now missed you. So what's that worth? When these men talk about sexual market value and they take you off the market, hello? You done bought this stock, dude. You done bought the stock. You done bought the stock. You can't take me off the market and don't buy the stock. How that work? How that work, Sway? How that work? Ladies, don't fall for all of that nonsense. Don't fall for all that gold digging stuff. Usually dudes that don't have no money and the ones that are cheap are the ones complaining. And the ones that really don't like you are the ones that complain about this thing. A man that like you ain't gonna complain about all of that. You get all this friction from dudes that you're not it for him. I mean, can we just be honest? You're not it for him. Those are the ones that usually are complaining. And it's okay. If he feels like he's being cheated, if he feels that what you're requiring is making him feel cheated because you're not equivalent to what you're requiring, then you need to be making these requests with some other type of man. Stop liking men who don't like you. Can we do that? Can we do that? Can we do that? Can we stop liking men who don't like us? That's going to solve a lot of your problems. A lot of you like men who don't like you. I only like men who like me. I don't care how good looking you are, how long your third leg is, if you got wave, you can wave cap your hair, you got waves and all that, you cute and all of that. That's nice, but I don't like anybody who doesn't like me. Saves you time, saves you some vagina work, this extra vagina work that y'all doing, putting in work for nothing. Save your vagina some unnecessary work. Save yourself some heartache. It is what it is. It is what it is. Men are predators. Well, these days women are fast becoming predators too. It's unfortunate. But we could say women are predators too. When can you ask for financial support to a man that likes you? That's hard. That's hard to say. That's hard to say. Like what kind of financial support? We talking rent paid or just a couple of dollars in your pocket? You know, really a dude that's motivated. Like really motivated. Like he really likes you. He really wants to be with you. He's not going to take the request for assistance as an insult. And I think that most of us as women can really sense when someone really likes us and when they don't. Unless you on the short yellow bus, which some ladies are, like you just don't have any clue of what's going on. Some of us are like that. You can sense when the feelings are like on the up and up. You can. Living expenses? Are you screwing him? Because I would say this, the moment you open your legs, I think you're entitled to assistance. The moment you open your legs, you are entitled to assistance. And if you inadvertently say to him, express to him, listen, I'm in school and it's a struggle to pay some of these bills. I really need to supplement my income with something, and there's things that I'm trying to do. If you spin it as an investment, which is really what it is. If you're asking a dude to buy anything for you, he's investing in you now. If you're spinning it as an investment, then you might come out better than just gimme. If you're spending it as an investment, you got to say it like it's a long-term thing. Like he's putting in on a relationship with you. Not that he's throwing away money. He's in a relationship with you, and it's in his best interest to make sure that you are cared for and that you're comfortable in every way, that you're not stressed out in any way. But if you like, just give me some money. You better give me some money. No, you don't put it like that. You just come out and say, I would love a little help with this. This light bill couldn't come at a worse time. I'd love a little help. See what he say. Nothing makes a man run faster than a request for money, though. But you want to see if they're gonna run. Every man doesn't run, but you want to see how they react, how they respond, if they give you or not, if they laugh in your face. You need to see all that quick. You need to see all that real quick. You want to have to ask if he. You won't have to ask if he likes you. Sometimes that is the case, and sometimes you do have to ask. Sometimes you do have to ask, and there's a way to ask. You don't demand anything. You don't ask by demanding and being aggressive. You ask in a passive voice, in a voice where you're giving them the option to say no, and it's okay for them to say no. You want it to be okay for them to say no to you too now. Because in the no, you just take a mental note like, okay, so I told him I needed something and he didn't give it to me. Okay, let me write that down. He said no, July 4th, 2019. He said no when I asked him for money for the... you make a mental note of it and you're like, all right, now I know where I'm at. Now I know where I'm at. And that's what it is. That's what it is. So, when you mention your need, he's going to be like, how can he fix it? Well, yeah. If he likes you, he is going to be like, well, what do you need from me? If he doesn't like you, like, oh man, I'm sorry to hear that. He like, damn, sorry to hear that. Sorry to hear that, Ma. And that's gonna be it. A dude that wants you gonna be like, where do you want me to meet you at? Your car broke down. Where you want me to meet you at? How much is it gonna cost? If he wants you, if he don't want you, he gonna be like, damn, who can you call somebody? Who can you call? He asking you who can you call besides him? So you already know. You already know. You already know. Listen, people appreciate what they invest in. And this is just around the board. Around the board. You don't walk away from something you've put time and money into. So if he's putting time and money into you, the chances of him murking, unless he's super duper rich or something, is gonna be a lot less. It's gonna be a lot less because it's like, damn, I done paid this girl day work three or four times. I done gave her 600, 700, 800 yards. I ain't just walking away from that. I need to recoup this thing. I need to recoup this thing. We appreciate what we earn. We appreciate what we work for. So you got to always remember that when you're dealing with people. They don't appreciate you handing them things. They appreciate what they work for. This is all of us. All of us. How much... Wait, I can't see my comments. How much investment is enough to say I consider JAM? What's JAM? Monetary compensation is not the only thing that you evaluate taking yourself off the market for. And you have to know your price. I can't tell you what you're worth, what you being off the market is worth. That's something you evaluate for yourself. Because you got to be okay with your number. You have to be okay with your number. Because whatever number that is, guess what? You're going to have to sell that. You're going to have to sell. Whatever you're asking for, whatever your asking price is, you have to market that, my dear. You can't just say, well, it ain't going to be nothing until he spend 50 G's on me. And then you sit on your hands and do nothing. There's no equivalent to the 50 G's he's spending on you. So whatever your number is, you have to quantify, like, okay, I do this, I do that. I don't do this and I don't do that. And this is what I'm coming with, and that's what I'm coming with, and that's why I'm worth X, Y, Z. And every individual woman has to determine that for herself. You have to determine that and be comfortable with the number for yourself. But that's not the only thing. Like eating looks or price, rating. I don't know what you mean. What number is she talking about? Oh, the price for to commit to a relationship with somebody, I believe. How much should they spend before she decides to be in a relationship with them? I think that's what she's asking. Yes, this phone is acting up. These men are really good at pretending to like women. How do you know if they don't like you, Selkis? It's hard to explain, but it's a feeling. Once you become in tune with yourself, you're going to be able to sense it. You're going to be able to sense it. A lot of this just requires time. When you try to rush, like I said, women with anxiety, women who aren't sure of themselves, you rush like a little mouse running around. You rush through everything. You rush to have sex. You're rushing to prove yourself to him. You're rushing to be the best woman. You just rush. And you have to take your time and relax. Enjoy the process of getting to know somebody instead of trying to impress him. You find out if he likes you by taking off this hat that you wear. Like, I gotta make him like me. Oh God, I gotta make him like me. I gotta make him think that I'm the best woman. I gotta, and I gotta, and I got. Once you take off that position, that hat, and say, this ain't about me trying to prove that I'm the best woman for you. I've relinquished my responsibility to all of that. All I'm here to do is to find out what type of man you are and if you are worth the sacrifice. And within the process of me finding out all of that, I'm going to be myself. I'm going to be entertaining. I'm going to be jovial. I'm going to act a fool. I'm going to show different sides to me. I'm not going to be boring. Listen, some of you are boring to yourself. And you want to be memorable for people, and you bore yourself. People who are bored are boring. People who are bored are boring to themselves. You are not going to create an atmosphere of opulence, of uh, leveled upness, and all that stuff if you boring yourself. How are you going to do that? So that's the first thing you have to fix. If you can't be alone with yourself for more than an hour, if you don't know how to entertain yourself, if what you say makes you yawn, then more than likely it's going to make somebody else yawn too. And that's really how you got to think of this thing. Everything says, read a book, honey. Read a book, honey. Yeah, read a book. If you're a boring person, then you need to be well read. You need to be interested in different things. Things other than your vagina and looking cute. You need to have some depth about you. And not pretentious depth like, I want to show him that I'm the smartest girl. I'm just so smart and I got an MBA and I'm higher educated degree and I got all of this. I got 5 degrees. I'm not even talking about that. Because 5 degrees ain't making nobody wet. It ain't making you wet. So I'm not even talking about that. I'm talking about being a human. Being a human being. A lot of us have forgotten how to be a human being. You got to get back to all of that. A lot of degree women are boring as hell. A lot of degree women are boring as hell. And a lot of ugly women are boring as hell too. Truth be told. A lot of pretty girls are boring as hell. A lot of women in general are boring as hell. You really want to be honest. A whole lot. You know who ain't boring? The hoes. The only women who ain't boring are hoes. That's why Cardi B is so infectious. That's why she's not putting on this I'm perfect thing. I'm flawed out the wazoo. I can't speak good English, and guess what? It's still what it is. Guess what, dude? You still gotta run what you gotta run for me. With my broken sentences, all of that. The only women who aren't boring are hoes. Black pill. Black pill. Okay. What I tell y'all to do, take a page out of every woman's book. You don't look down on no woman. No woman. Because you got to be a little bit of every kind of woman. Yeah. You got to be a little bit of every type of woman. A lot of people are boring as hell. We're not going to deflect. We're talking about women right now. So a lot of people, yeah. But we're talking about women. Rosemary, because we don't want to drown. I don't see other black girls doing that. Doing what? Scuba diving? You scuba dive? Pandora said, because we don't want to drown. No, it's because we don't want to get that weave wet. We don't want to look like wet dogs out here. We don't want to get that quaff We don't want the coif to mess up. We don't want that coif to mess up. I'm every woman, it's all in me. I'm every woman, it's all in me. You better be. Hello from the UK, Paul Major. All right. Hello from the UK. I wanted to try scuba diving. Well, then you should. Try scuba diving. I want to swim with dolphins. That's something that I would like to do. I need a photo out with me swimming with dolphins. You know, if you have an opportunity to do it, then you do it. Do these things. Ladies that holes are very exciting. I agree. And the point is this. What makes a hole exciting? She has no shame. I need a bell. I'm going to give me a cowbell. What makes a hole exciting? She has no shame. Period. Period. Life is to be lived. Life is to be lived. Throw your shame in the back of the trunk. Duct tape your shame and throw her in the closet somewhere. And start to live. Start to be a full woman. Full, complete woman. Being fun is about being unapologetic. You, not so much of the activities, because you can't really do that every day unless you have a money tree. No, it is about experiences in life too. Experiences in life shape who you are. They give you a perspective on things. It broadens your scope of your reality. So you want to experience things. They can make you more interesting, especially if you're struggling with being a more interesting person. The more things you experience, the more you have to talk about, the more perspective you have to express, because you have another point of view outside of the typical points of views of people who don't experience anything, who live a mundane routine life. If you can be outside of the routine, you're going to be automatically be a more interesting person. So whatever helps you do that. Whatever helps you do that. If that's an experience, if that's swimming with sharks, bitch, go swim with the sharks. Go do that. I tell people to go to hell. Good Lord, you a hardcore thing, ain't you? You hardcore. All right. Tell them to go to hell. Tell them to go to hell. So listen, y'all. Mother has to go and do her squats now. I have to go and get on with the day. I needed to come and give you this tea. I appreciate all the donations, and hopefully those of you who have not subscribed, you will. Like up the stream, y'all. All 46 people. Can I get 46 likes? Can a black girl get a like? Can I just get one of those free thumbs up? Those thumbs up are free, you know. They are free. They are. Y'all, all the links to contact me on the description box if you need private coaching. If you have a question about something, you can email me, info@theuglygirlsclub.com, and join the site. It's free to join the site. I'm going to try not to judge hoes now. What have I said before? What have I said before? Listen, have you had, do I want to be this vulgar? Yeah. If you've had a dick in your mouth already, you're a hoe. If you're not a virgin, you're a hoe. You're just like we're just like everybody else. I mean, it's semantics now at this point. It's really semantics. It's contextual. How much of a hoe you are. It's like, how many dicks have you had? You know, within what context? Did you get dinner before his dick was in your mouth? Did you get a marriage proposal before his dick got in your mouth? You know, was he cute? You know, because all those things matter. You know, I'm a hoe only if he's not cute. But if he's cute, what happened was I was his girlfriend. I wasn't a hoe. Even though he didn't want me, I wasn't a hoe because he was cute and I wanted him. So I was his girlfriend. He just didn't know. It's all context. That's all it is. You don't be mad at no hoe. Hoes are very entertaining. Mad at the hoes. Don't be mad at them. Take notes. I always wonder why Cardi B fancied me. Well, there you go. You see what I'm saying? Because you saw yourself in her. You saw what, you know, a snapshot into what you wish you could be, which is your authentic self. Regardless of looking like a fool or what anybody thought of you, you wish you could be like her, living in your truth. You didn't have to sell no ass. You don't have to sell ass and be a stripper to do that. Because then, you know, there's people that sell that to you. You know, just screw whoever you want. That's how you liberate yourself. No, ma'am. No, ma'am. That's not what we read here at the Ugly Girls Club. You don't want a sour vagina. You don't want to sour up your vagina with bugs and critters that even Clorox can't kill. You don't want that kind of liberation. Okay? No sour vaginas. Okay? None of that. None of that. So listen, y'all, I really gotta go now. I appreciate y'all. Like up the stream, subscribe to the channel, share the video. I appreciate all of that. Go to my art site too and buy some pretty art. I just finished a new piece. She is so adorable. So adorable. If y'all don't know, I am an artist too. So yes, I'm the consummate weirdo in that regard. You know, artists are weirdos. I am that. But I accept me. I accept it. I accept it. All right, y'all. I'm out. Peace.